A couple of months ago, I got a subscriber who reached out to me through one of my other previous videos. And apparently, I was missing a character from Let's Discuss Pokemon characters. Who that character might be? I was missing Serena. On today's episode of Let's Discuss Pokemon characters, we are going over the one and only Serena. Alright, to start off with our Serena video, so in the English dub, she is voiced by Haven Pascal, who also voices Lisa in The Power of Us. And if for our Japanese-speaking viewers, she is voiced by Mayuki Makiguchi. Immediately throughout the series, we already see that her first Pokemon was Fennekin, and basically, Fennekin was always her top choice. And eventually, she catches up with Ash, Bonnie, and Clement, and eventually Ash does remember her as the girl from the Poke Camp when she got injured, apparently. So yeah, childhood heroes do exist, apparently. But either ways, as they go on said journey, she also encounters the fabled Team Rocket. Yeah, pretty much Team Rocket is never going to like go away ever. Serena has this whole love arc, but also along the way she does catch an Eevee and a Pancham, mainly because what these two have in common was that Pancham dance was like stressing up with certain props, and also the Eevee she caught likes to dance. Later down the line, Serena does contest and really wants to become the new Kalos Queen, which she goes through a whole arc where she has to win Princess Keys and battle against other rivals, and still having to deal with that blue-haired Miette. Anyways, shortly after the XY anime ended, we also cannot forget that Serena does play the supportive role in movies such as the Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction, and Hoopa in the Clash of the Ages, and then Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel, basically. You know, the movies that introduce us to the legendaries of each generation. Anyway, so also we see a bit of Serena's skills with Pokemon in stuff like the Rhyhorn race, and also in contests. Well, not performance contests yet, but in baking contests, where you have to make Poke Puffs or any sort of other dessert. But also, we get into a different part of that. We also get into her deep feelings for Ash and her rivalry with Miette. Alright, so we're introduced to Serena in the very first episode, so that's the first time we get introduced to Serena, because literally they show her as the B-plot of the episode, where basically her family Pokemon wake her up, she does some Rhyhorn training, and it doesn't go very well. And then later on, she watches the news and basically sees that Ash jumped off the Lumiose Tower while saving Pikachu, and this caused some feelings to appear. And then this made her set out on her adventure to go find said boy, that being Ash, of course, for those who haven't watched XY in a while. So I forgot that Serena does make a cameo at the end of the Pokemon movie, the Pokemon I Choose You movie. She makes a slight cameo in there, along with every other character that was in the anime before. And then later on, Serena would not be seen again until Journeys, apparently. So in Journeys, she comes back in the episode where Chloe was trying to meet a Sylveon. Yeah, apparently she wanted to meet a Sylveon. And then later on, she comes across Serena, who also encourages Chloe to join into Pokemon contests, and even gets her to wear the Princess of Hoenn's outfit for the contest. And let's just say, since it's Serena, we know that she's gonna do well. And also the coordinator Licia was there as well, and she was really energetic about talking with Serena in that very episode. And of course, we can't forget about the about the one scene in that episode when Go and Ash were leaving with Chloe to somewhere else, and basically they're surprised to see each other at that dock, and they just keep talking about, and they talked about their dreams as they pan away from each other in that episode. And then the last time we would ever see Serena was in the last bit of Journeys. In the Masters 8 tournament, when Ash was giving his speech, he was seen right next to Max and May, who haven't been seen in years. But either ways, she watches Ash's performance, and when they're trying to figure out who won, Leon or Ash, there is an intense breathing moment from Pikachu and Charizard. And basically, you can see that Serena was holding May's hand along with May holding her brother, Max, close to her. And basically, after the Masters 8, they're never seen again. Anyways, aside from the whole love arc with Serena and Miette, basically, also we get into stuff like that, like while like she's with the group, she also comes cross paths with Diantha. Also, she comes across Valerie and is a model in her show and accidentally rips her dress, of course. Well, I wouldn't say accidentally, but she wanted to apologize to Valerie for it. And then, of course, in the randomest of acts, Miette comes out of nowhere and basically teases Serena. Alright, so later on down the series, we get into some good moments, and we are going to be talking about the infamous cosplay episode. So basically, for those who do not know, basically it's just an episode where Serena basically takes Ash's place in the battle, but basically switches clothes, but takes his clothes on to make it look like him. Which I am not sure how anyone got fooled by it, because like the trainer that Ash was supposed to battle got fooled by it. But also Bonnie came up and teased Serena, saying, well, good luck, Ash. But either ways, aside from that, mainly Ash was sick during that entire episode, so that's like why Serena felt like she had to take the matter into her own hand. Anyways, here's my character conclusion. Basically, what do I think of Serena? Well, I think she was a wonderful character to add to the anime. And if anything, she was a bit lost and not sure what she wanted to do. Basically, like every other character that had this sort of problem. And basically she went in and traveled along her childhood hero, that being Ash Ketchum, of course. And also, of course, the romance was a bit sweet and a bit cheesy at times. Because in one of the very episodes where she feels like she's out on a date with Ash, she is trying to reach for his hand with her hand, and the moment is supposed to be coming off as a tense moment, but it's very awkward if I think about it. But don't get me wrong, Serena has personally have a good amount of character growth throughout the series. And if she only has one appearance and a few cameos in a movie and in Journeys. Serena is one of the best characters to exist. Early, when I ever look up anything about Serena, basically the fans like her. And also there's always the talk about Amore shipping, and all I can say is that I am an Amore shipper myself, because I do prefer it more than Poke shipping, because let's be real, you wouldn't see Misty kissing Ash like how Serena did it with confidence on that escalator. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys really liked it. Hit that like button if you really enjoyed the video, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And also, it's time for me to tune out. Sayonara, trainers!